Well, we've been hearing a lot about swine flu lately, and now a Seattle woman has made it her job to help people answer their questions about the flu.
And she's doing it by starting a company specializing in pandemics. Here's King 5's Carolyn Douglas.
I like working on hard things, and I like being what I call a risk detective.
While most of us are doing everything we can to avoid swine flu, Annie Searle is immersing herself in it, or at least in the knowledge of how to cope with it.
I'm a very optimistic person because I believe that plans can be fixed and you can manage through crises or catastrophes or emergencies if you're well prepared.
It was that optimism that encouraged her to quit her job in the height of the recession as a pandemic expert at J.P. Morgan Chase and launch her own consulting company. Now she helps corporations around the world plan for all kinds of disasters. This year, she says, it's all about swine flu.
I think the most important thing is really to try and calculate whether or not you have people who can step in and perform the critical functions of people who keep your business running.
At a time when businesses are already stretched thin, coping with sick employees is critical. Searle's advice to the boss: encourage employees to get the swine flu vaccine and dump the "you're a hero for coming to work sick" mentality.
I think everyone is willing to invest in Purell and putting signs in the restrooms that tell people to wash their hands and cover their cough. I wish more companies were willing to say, if you're sick, stay home.
Advice strongly backed by public health officials.
So H1N1 is so widespread that it will affect the workforce.
Brian Hartsfield stresses people need to take care of themselves.
Government cannot do it all. And we need as much support as we can from the entire community, from volunteers, from pretty much parents.
Parents who can encourage strict hand washing and vaccinate their children.
I think, though, that it's important that people understand what their risk is if they don't get that vaccine and what their children's risk is.
We may not be able to avoid swine flu. Experts warn up to 40% of a company's workforce could be out sick with it this year. But at least we know Detective Searle is on the case, helping people prepare.
I like thinking about the worst possible thing that could happen and making plans so that it doesn't happen.
In Seattle, Carolyn Douglas, King 5 News.